29th. It is Art City now. Vic Faust here. We've got producer Ryan in the house as well alongside. If you're out and about this morning, bundle up. If you're already out, you know it. If you haven't gone outside, it's every bit as bad as you probably would imagine because of the wind. We're talking about temperatures being below zero. Try like -7. It was -7 when I got out of my vehicle to walk into the studio. I just wonder if many people are out working this week with it being as cold as it is, especially on a Monday, especially with the holiday being New Year's Eve on Wednesday night. Not sure if you guys go out on New Year's Eve or do much, but it would be pretty darn cold, that's for sure. Chime in. Let us know what those plans may be as well. So much to talk to. Haven't talked to you guys in a little bit. We had Thursday and Friday off. This is Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust. And like we said, jump in on the show if you want to. 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. If you guys want to jump in the show, you can always do that on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can jump in, talk to us, say hi, whatever, give us story ideas, those sorts of things. Also, if there are news stories that we should be covering, let us know. If there's something going on in your community, any sort of thing from that standpoint, let us know. We get out, we talk about it. We appreciate you guys jumping in. We got lots of sports to talk about. There's some news headlines to talk about. It is the end of the year. We're not a lot of news is going on, but we love to talk about what's happening in our communities. What are the plans, the things that are happening for this week? Are you in town? Are you traveling? We were just talking about some of the New Year stuff from that standpoint. You've got the Blues in action tonight. They're back at home. They won Saturday 3-2. Back up to 39 points, playing a whole lot better than what they had been, that's for sure. Looking more like the team that everybody expected them to be. Slowly but surely starting to put some wins together, which is good. And tonight, they have an opportunity to get to 500 again since the 7th game of the season. They're now, 40 games into the season. So that there's an opportunity. We'll talk about Mizzou. Won't get into it a lot, but, they had their bowl game over the weekend. They looked terrible. The coaching was terrible. The players were, but that's the coach's responsibility. The head coach, Drinkwitz, took responsibility after game for not calling a good game. I mean, even to the average eye, somebody sitting on the couch, drinking, eating, whatever they are, go, what? What was that? What are we doing? Huh? Is this really going on? Are you kidding me? Yeah, so that was just a disaster, total waste of about 3 hours that we will not get back if you watched the game or spent time in any capacity watching what was going on. It was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So you got that going on. Sioux basketball played just some terrible team yesterday. I can't remember who it was. Principia won by like 65-70, something like that. I mean, just brutal, but they continue to win. So you got that. NFL starting to heat up as we come down the stretch for the final games of who's getting into the playoffs, what seeding, and so forth from that standpoint. We'll get into that. By the way, Illinois has their bowl game against Tennessee tomorrow. And on the bowl schedule slate, I didn't see any for today. You've got Monday Night Football going on tonight. Interesting game. You've got the Rams playing at the Falcons. Incredible game last night going down to the wire. The Bears and 49ers. Caleb Williams, Brock Purdy. A lot of fun from that standpoint. The Chiefs also know who their opponents are for next year. We can go through that, give you guys an update on some of those things that are happening. Sometimes Ryan gives you a deal a day. I've got a deal for you this week with Wendy's. They're trying to become relevant again. And of course, how could we talk anything today without talking about the incredibly crazy weather that the area is starting to get? I mean, you literally went from 78 yesterday to minus temperatures in less than a 24-hour period. 78 degrees to minus temperatures where we sit now. Now that's minus temperatures when it comes to the wind index and the chill, the wind chill, and it is a chill. It's more like a wind freeze. That's a fact that people are dealing with this morning. So not good there. Also, hope everybody's Christmas was good. Anybody want to share anything from that standpoint? Highlights, things that were great from that standpoint, let us know. There are also some new laws that take place or come into effect January 1 this week, which doesn't always happen. One of them, some people really don't look at that much, but the one that people will look at is a minimum wage. Looking at there is a minimum wage law that's coming back up that will remind you from that standpoint. Also, when you start to look back and think about stories, the biggest stories of the year, they're here for you to check out. So if you guys want to get into that, you can do that as well. And there are several of them. Positive stories, negative stories, headline stories, who was making the news. We've also got another one when it comes to the ball drop. When it comes to New York, Times Square, this year, it's going to have a patriotic theme. And why not? Why not celebrate the red, white, and blue, the stars and stripes, and who this country is? Then to celebrate our heritage and who we are, we'll tell you what is going to be a new patriotic touch to the ball dropping in Times Square coming up in a couple nights. If you guys want to, and then you've got this week, you've got college football, the playoff. You'll have some games New Year's Eve. And then, of course, the rest of the games coming up New Year's Day. We do all those things here. And whatever. I'm curious if people are still having to go in and work, if it's more of a dead week, if it's less, maybe you're less aggressive this week. I don't know. Somebody may say, are you kidding me, Vic? Heck, no, it's not. We're still rocking and rolling. We got all kinds of things going on this morning. And maybe that's the case. Maybe you're up and early just like we are here, getting you up and at it as we do all the time here, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And, of course, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us each and every day with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes. It is Monday, so that means we have the MIZ STL show where it will be a lot of wrap-up from Mizzou football, what happened in their bowl game, where they go from here, and maybe previewing, what's happening when it comes to Mizzou basketball and when they get, their next games coming up in the SEC as they start SEC play. And, some of those games are coming up. SLU, like I said, won yesterday because you've got Florida, the defending national champs, in town, Columbia, Saturday night at 7:30. So that'll be a big game for Mizzou coming up as well. So we appreciate you guys being here with us. It is a Monday. Yes, it is early and so forth. From a Christmas standpoint, we all do different things. I had a chance to spend tons of time with my kids, which are great. Not sure what you guys did. Hopefully things worked out for you, Rye, in your household, with your mom, with your grandma, and so forth. How was the past few days?
Oh, it was great. Everything was cool. Had a good dinner, got some gifts. Everything was good. It was a good Christmas.
All right, there you go. Got to appreciate that. Producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. This is Arch City Now. After the MIZ STL show today from 10 to 11 o'clock. You've got Charlie Tuna and the Posse from 11 to 1. So lots of things going on there. We're here for you as we are each day, talking all things St. Louis all times. If you guys want to jump in, please do. We'll get it going from that standpoint. One thing right out of the gate, and I have to cover it just because it was from the weekend. Anything else you guys want to jump in, you can. Mizzou football absolutely embarrassed themselves Saturday night. They were not prepared from a coaching standpoint. They looked as if they hadn't tackled in a long time. I mean, it just looked like they were a rusty football team. The players tried to play inspiring football. They did. They're just put in a really, really bad situations. Coaching, really, really, really bad. Very disappointing. I love the staff. I do. Love Eli. Just he was not ready. He said as much after game, I didn't call a good game. Yeah, no kidding. We get it. At least he admits it. But it's all of those things that coaches say, well, it's my fault. So then what happens? He's got a new offensive coordinator, so he won't have to call plays anymore. And it's unfortunate for him because I know that's something that he used to do and he loved, but he gave it up. And then Mizzou got a whole lot better when he gave up play calling a few years ago. And you know he wanted to do well. He did. It just didn't work for him. The other thing about it is it was clear in my mind, and I hear a lot of Missouri fans. I mean, you're talking about the best running back in America, Ahmad Hardy. He is coming back, allegedly. He signed to come back. We'll see how that goes. But if I were Hardy, the people who are saying he should leave, I don't blame them. Because what Eli Drinkwitz did, he sacrificed the team's efforts to try to make Jamal Roberts happy. He doesn't want to. So Jamal ended up becoming a problem. Now, it's not Jamal's fault, but the Jamal issue became a problem because Eli Drinkwitz barely used Ahmad Hardy in the second half. He didn't have him in important fourth downs. He didn't have Roberts in a couple times either. And then it seemed like Roberts was getting as many carries as Hardy because they're trying to keep him. They don't have the money to pay him what he needs or could get on the open market. And like I've heard, there's a reason that Roberts would really like to stay at Mizzou. But there's also a reason, because of that. And that's why he didn't declare for the draft or declare for the portal. He could go somewhere else and start. But he wants to stay at Mizzou, but the money has not come in.
Why does he want to stay at Mizzou?
Well, it might be a girl.
Yeah, or St. Louis ties, but I don't think
I've heard it's a girl. And if I'm wrong, somebody tell me.
Man, it's 2025, man. Go get your money, man.
He should be. He should go be a feature back. Now, do I want him to stay at Mizzou? Yeah, I would love him to. But it became a problem. It was a problem because Eli Drinkwitz clearly was trying to make him happy and make him feel a part. And it ended up costing him the game. If Missouri fans, if you're a Missouri fan, why ever go to a bowl game again and spend the money if the coaches are not going to put the kids in the best positions to win? It was also clear that their freshman quarterback, even after more time to prepare, did not really get that better, was put in really bad situations, and they're going to have to go out and spend a lot of money on a real quarterback for next year. Zollers, and it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It is very difficult to be a starting quarterback in college, much less a Power 4, much less the SEC. And Kevin Coleman Jr. kind of disappeared. Where was he the other night? His career ends very quietly at Mizzou. But part of that was also the quarterback Zollers. There were times where he just couldn't see it. So maybe he just he didn't play much his senior year of high school either because he was hurt. So maybe they bring somebody else in and say, Zollers, this is your redshirt year because the kid is just not ready. Wide open receivers, lots of plays. He didn't make it. So anyway, that's what happens with Mizzou. They finish 8-5 on the season. Very just mundane, crappy performance. Once again, the defense, if you look at the score, only gave up 13 points, but they couldn't get off the field to give the offense a chance to get any rhythm going. So it was like, yeah, great. The defense played great. They only gave up 13 points. But at the same point in time, Virginia did everything that they wanted to for the most part in dominating the time of possession and keeping the ball away. So Virginia played keep away, and they won from that standpoint. So, and Missouri really missed the starters that were not playing in that game. Josiah Trotter, their linebacker, really hurt them because they gave up so many third down conversions. Mizzou did, fourth down conversions. And then they needed Brett Norfleet on offense. But I'm telling you what, he's got a shoulder. I think it's that right shoulder. I mean, this is an injury that he's had going back to high school. A lot of people don't talk about it, but he has missed a lot of games at Mizzou because of a right shoulder. And I know he could be an NFL tight end, but I'm telling you, I just get worried because the word's out on that right shoulder. And guys hit him in that shoulder, and he's out, and he didn't get to play in the game the other because of his shoulder. I mean, literally, he was dealing with this back in high school at Francis Howell. So these are some concerns for Missouri. Now they get back to the drawing board. Portal opens, what is it, Saturday? When's January 1? Is that Thursday? So Friday. Portal opens Friday. And then we find out who Missouri's going after. And then the portal action begins. And what an S-hit show that's going to be. So we'll see. You got to get your money rolled up and get ready to spend it because Missouri has got several positions that they have to fill. So that was that from a Missouri standpoint. Then you have the college football playoffs that continue on Wednesday and Thursday. By the way, I like Oregon over Texas Tech. I like Alabama over Indiana, and people think I'm nuts. I do. There's something, all I'm going to say, and I'll break it down more this like how Alabama is very, very, I mean, with and Indiana when it comes to the zone matchup. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm breaking it down from that standpoint, what Alabama does on defense. I just think that they're good. And trust me, I'd like to see Indiana win. I'm sorry, I would. But I think Bama is going to win. I do. I think Ohio State's going to beat Miami. And the other matchup, I'm trying to remember. Who's the other? Oh, Georgia. I think Georgia's going to beat Ole Miss. So they're my early predictions. That isn't with a point spread. That's just straight up. However it may fall, however it may be, that's what I see from that standpoint. By the way, if you want to jump in on the show, you can do that on X, Facebook, and YouTube. We appreciate you guys jumping in with us, talking to us, letting us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. I was just frustrated with the Mizzou game from that standpoint because they could have been so much better. And I still think Missouri beats Virginia 9 out of 10 times when they're actually serious and ready to go. And they were not ready to go. So where does Missouri go now? Jamal Roberts becomes it's the quarterback position in Jamal Roberts. Who does Missouri bring in a quarterback? And then what happens with Jamal Roberts? Good player. Hardy's already signed. And let's hope that they don't lose Hardy. Just from the sheer fact that somebody else is going to come in and offer.
Yeah, you know what I don't get, though? Like, I get that you want to keep Jamal and you want that two-headed monster at running back, but, like, you guys didn't even use it for real last year. So I don't really understand what's so, we really need Jamal back. Just let him be a feature back and pocket that money to get somebody else.
It's not about Mizzou. It's about Jamal. Jamal wants to stay or he'd be in the portal already.
Oh, it's like he really wants to stay. Like, he's like, I want to stay here.
He has not put his name in the portal. There's a reason. Jamal's he's waiting.
See what Mizzou's going to come up with.
Hope the business is something. And that's another reason why I think Eli messed up the flow they had all season in trying to get Jamal carries early and putting him in a lot more spots to showcase him to hopefully get one of these third-party companies to bring some money to the table, hopefully to keep him in state. That's why Eli was doing it. What can we do to help keep Jamal? How can we promote him? How can we showcase him? And it kind of all backfired. Everything, the whole concept of the offensive plan backfired because Eli was trying to keep Jamal at Mizzou. They love the two-headed monster, especially when they don't have any receivers. They don't have a quarterback right now. I mean, literally, you're having to rebuild all the receivers. You do. Daniel Altuve. That's it. And he's all right. He didn't put up huge numbers. And you have 0 quarterbacks in that room that are even average, average SEC quarterbacks. That's a problem. Hope they have a lot of money to spend because it's going to take a ton of money. Now, there are a lot of quarterbacks out there, quality quarterbacks. But what is Missouri going to do with it when it comes to that standpoint? If you guys want to jump in on your football takes, feel free. We like it when you come in. College football coming up this weekend. Great time of year for everybody to enjoy when it comes to watching your favorite football. We're ready for it. That's for sure. Coming up on Wednesday. The end of the year. What are the biggest stories of the year? Positive, maybe negative from that standpoint. Things that kind of get your meter running. They get the blood flowing. All those things happening as we come into the end of 2025, arguably the fastest year in the history of mankind. To me, it didn't really feel like Christmas time this year. Whatever. What does that mean? Why do we care, Vic? It just felt like things were moving so fast. We didn't have a white Christmas. We had a spring Christmas time. And then all of a sudden, we have 78-degree temperatures yesterday. And then, boom, here we are. We're minus wind chill, minus temperatures. Welcome. Welcome to what we have. Welcome to our life. But then again, we see where we go from that standpoint. So we're here until 8 o'clock today. Art City now, producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. If you guys want to jump in on the show, please do so. Like we said, X, Facebook, YouTube. If you want to call, you can. Share anything. The phone number there is 855-282-8255. Also, we are your Lou information station. We are always live and on demand at luinfo.com. And to check out all the shows that we have throughout the week, just go to luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. Lots of programming going on throughout the week. And, of course, we appreciate you guys jumping into the show as you do and telling people. And if you guys are interested in advertising, you can let us know of any concept, whether that's this show or other shows as well. We're here ready to go with that. Still to come, we'll get into what's going on from the NFL standpoint, what's happening for New Year's plans, things from that standpoint, what's happening at Times Square, a very patriotic situation. Plus, the Blues get back to action tonight after a good game on Saturday. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back after this. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. It's a Monday morning. It's December 29th. It's like minus 7 degrees outside. So if you don't have to go outside, don't, because it is just brutal. But then again, it is winter heading into, or feels like winter, heading into January. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back right after this.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know,
it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
With Cam Jansen.
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
Tune in each week as STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the Mid-States Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stifel.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. An 81-year-old woman was found stabbed to death in the 8500 block of Jenny Drive in St. Louis County around 11 a.m. Sunday morning. And St. Louis police were able to apprehend the suspect late Sunday afternoon at a gas station on Natural Bridge Road. They were able to quickly identify a suspect and a vehicle and alerted neighboring law enforcement. One person was killed in a multi-car crash Sunday morning in South St. Louis. That, according to police. The crash happened shortly after 9:15 a.m. on Watson Road near the intersection with Bradley Avenue. A witness who asked not to be identified said one other person in the car was injured. University of Virginia coach Tony Elliott had a message for his team in the post-game locker room. Welcome to the 11-win club. It's the most exclusive one in program history. Number 20 Virginia edged out 25th ranked Missouri 13-7 in the Gator Bowl Saturday night and reached 11 wins for the first time in the program's 122 years. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A few lingering clouds early today, but then we get sunshine back this afternoon with that cold front moving out of the area. Pretty cold today. We're staying in the upper 20s, wind gusting at about 35 miles an hour. Little breezy overnight, clear skies, and we're down around 20 on the low, and then sunny in mid-30s Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. From mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
Tree monkeys are on the air, reminding all drivers to slow down on our roadways, watch out for kids at play, never text or drink and drive, slow down in and around our school zones, and always buckle up. This safety reminder is brought to you courtesy of Tree Monkeys. For the very best in residential and commercial tree care, trimming, removal, and more, give the pros a call today at 314-403-9379. 314-403-9379. That's Tree Monkeys, going the extra mile for safety.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
STL Sports Central is St. Louis's first all-digital sports network, and it's easy to find on YouTube. Catch the Randy Carricker Show featuring Brooke Grimsley Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Videos and written content from Bernie Micklitz, Card Central 365 every day, plus post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. It's all at your fingertips on YouTube and online at stlsportscentral.com. Check it out.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Oh, welcome back into the show. Anybody ever spill coffee all over themselves, their keyboards, anybody else, their toys, their phones, their car, their house, their desk, their loved one? their children. I think I've done them all. All it takes is somebody to say something to me or for me to be as ungraceful as I am. Damn bull in the china shop. You know, it worked well on a football field. I had a coach. He says, damn, Faust. He's like, you're just like a pinball. You just like bounce off everything. You just like bounce, like hit, boom, boom, boom. Just, I was like, hell yes, I do. You just got to keep those legs moving. He's like, deliver a blow. He's like, you just bounce. The same way with my damn coffee. Knocked over my coffee literally once a week, somehow, some way. Oh, man. That's why I like things that are attached. Things are attached to me. It's all good. It just kind of, we're all there. Hey. Welcome into the show Monday morning. It is Art City now. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but I'm glad you're here. It is dark 30 outside. It is nasty cold with the wind chill. It's all right. Stay inside. If you don't have to work, don't. Or work from home. Work inside. Have some fun. If you're a football fan, it's bowl season. The NFL is getting kind of nitty gritty. Some interesting games yesterday. Who's your coach of the year? Do you have a coach of the year for the NFL? Or is it still a TBD?
I got Vrabel.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Vrabel. Even though they're right there, I'm not going to say their schedule is easy, but
I think it's second easiest. And here's the thing about the NFL. The top 3 easiest schedules in the NFL, and it means something.
It does.
My Lions played the second most difficult schedule,
and yeah, they
were beat up, and they couldn't make it down the stretch. And they had and last year they had the 4th toughest schedule. The Patriots, the Bears, and who else? I think it was Jacksonville, maybe. And they're all 3 up there. They're the easiest schedules in the league. Oh, San Francisco was 4.
Yeah.
And they're all competitive. They're all like some of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, you can say they're all professionals, but at the same time, strength of schedule matters. Like,
it does.
It matters. They're all professionals. So I would want to play the teams that are the weaker teams and the best professionals, right?
You want to play the Jets?
Yeah, I want to play the Jets,
the Browns, the Giants, the Raiders.
Browns didn't even know who their best quarterback was until the end of the season.
No, that's bad. But that's on the coach.
No, yeah, he knew. They knew.
Or he did know and he just did his own thing.
Yeah, like they knew. I still wish Shador got drafted to the Steelers, though.
Well, hey, maybe they could make something happen.
Yeah, well,
we'll see.
Now I'm kind of happy that he's on the weak Browns because it's cool. Like, he's making the Browns actually watchable, even though he didn't have that great of a game. But
they beat the Steelers too. If there's anything from the NFL that you guys want to jump in, you can let us know that too.
I believe you.
About what?
This stuff is scripted.
Yeah, it is. No, it is.
Like,
part
scripted.
Of it. I'm not saying every game is scripted, and many people have been saying this for years, but it really started to come to light in the last few years. It is. I guarantee it is. It's entertainment. They got to keep it going. The only thing that, and whether the players know or not, I just figured we would have had players coming out and saying something. You're always going to have one maverick who'll come out and say something and let the cat out of the bag. Now, there have been a few NFL players that come out and say, yes, it is scripted, but not guys that are like big, well-known guys.
Yeah.
However, there is absolutely no doubt primetime games, in my humble opinion, are scripted somehow, some way. And also that even if players don't know, officials know,
owners know,
somehow, some way,
like, because
it's about their brand. It's the best brand in America. Scripts work. Ask the WWF for so long, the WWE. It happens. There are so many examples and videos of players who could make tackles like laying up. And if you know anything about football, you know, it's like, come on, you haven't done that your entire life. And now, you're going to let Patrick Mahomes run around you. It happens all the time. Was there a specific incident from the weekend that made you think that, a play or a game that came to mind from that standpoint?
The Steelers and the Browns. I don't care that they're like rivals. It's just crazy to the fact that if the Steelers would have won, that game next week wouldn't have mattered, right?
Correct. And so you're right.
Like, and it's the only game that actually matters next week too. And it's a big time game because they're rivals. And then 2, it's literally for the playoff spot.
And all of a sudden, they made it work.
Yeah, and watch Lamar just randomly comes back, like,
and has a great game and beats them.
like, because nobody wants to see old man Rodgers in the playoffs.
And speaking of, but it was also one of those things too. You had the Steelers yesterday playing the Browns, doing anything and everything, having 4 guys block the defensive star for the Browns, Myles Garrett, to make sure that he didn't get a sack record against the Steelers. Forgive me for thinking that was Aaron Rodgers' ego. I am not going to allow somebody to get a sack. I'll throw the ball away. We won't win, but I'm not going to be the guy that's on video getting sacked for this guy's record.
Yeah.
I that's the way I saw it. And
I get it.
2-yard passes. Are you kidding me? They're down near the goal line and they're throwing on 4th and 1 from the goal line. Didn't make sense. You get me going down that path. And then, of course, it sets up for next week.
Yeah, especially when, never mind. Like, it doesn't make sense.
All those things going on. It's the NFL, and we all know it's in their bylaws. It's scripted. It says it's an entertainment business. They can determine outcomes if they so want to. So I don't know. There was also a story from the weekend. Viewers were watching Fox NFL thinking that Terry Bradshaw needs to go rest somewhere. Just how bad he is. I mean, the text or message was, Terry Bradshaw needs to retire, man. Please retire, Terry. Oh my God. Another one said, you guys need to put Terry Bradshaw in a home. He's a good dude, but he doesn't know where he is right now, and he doesn't know what he's saying. Fox Sports is tacky wheeling Terry Bradshaw out every week. It's elder abuse. That's what one critic was saying as well, because he continues to have so many on-air blunders.
Like, he'll be saying the wrong names. And
yeah, and just not knowing who he's talking about. And somebody else is like, can we please get Terry Bradshaw off TV? I mean, WTF. But it's really started to I mean, it's almost on a weekly basis. 77 years old.
Yeah, come on.
I mean,
Let that champion
they've already got
enjoy his
six
time off.
dudes. They've already got 6 dudes on the desk.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's bringing. I know he's been there for a long time, but it's not like he's adding something.
Yeah, let that man chill out, man. He played in an era where they really used to hit quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Let him relax.
Yeah, man.
Played in the era where they actually sacked quarterbacks. They didn't do that little hug and fall down. No.
Well, I was reading. I was looking at some of the examples of people all just kind of saying the same thing when it came to Terry Bradshaw. So, you know what it is from that standpoint. A lot of football going on there over the weekend. We talked about last night, the 49ers, when Brock Purdy's been playing absolutely amazing. By the way, the Chiefs, who finished out their year, we got one more game left, the final game with the Raiders. Their home schedule next year, obviously they're their division. They got the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chargers. They play the Patriots, the Jets, the Cardinals, the 49ers, and Colts. That's the Chiefs' home schedule next year. Their away schedule, their division, you got the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chargers, of course. They're at the Dolphins. They're at the Bills. They're at the Seahawks. They're at the Rams. They're at the Bengals. And then they will either play the Falcons or the Saints. That's a to be determined still. That's a pretty darn tough schedule. I mean, that's a tough one. They said the Chiefs will spend a lot more time on the West Coast than usual next year, having to take 2 trips to LA, a trip to Seattle, 1 to Phoenix, and 1 to Vegas. Yikes. That is when you, but you never know what teams are going to be like next year. I mean, last year's top seeds didn't even make the playoffs this year with the Chiefs and the Lions. Didn't even make the playoffs. And the Reds or the Commanders, who made the championship game, didn't make it either, even to the playoffs. So a lot of things can happen. 3 of the best teams from last year weren't even in. So we'll see where that goes with the teams as it all comes down the stretch next year for the Chiefs, so forth, moving forward. By the way, it's 2031 when they're supposed to be playing in their new home in Kansas, not at Arrowhead. Alrighty. We see where it's going. One of the other things we were talking about tonight, you got the Blues back in action. They certainly look pretty good Saturday night. 3-2 win over the Predators. Pavel Buchnevich scored twice. Brendan Shen had his 7th career point. He also had a goal. Joel Hofer looks like he's goalie number 1 for the Blues right now. He had 29 saves. That was after dropping 2 previous meetings this month. Hofer's now won 4 of his last 5 starts. I'm not saying Bennington's playing bad because he's not. He's still Jordan Bennington, who you don't want to mess with. But Hofer's the guy I think it's fair to say. Right? He's your best goalie. He is your man. And we know it's not quite Bennington time yet. As they get closer to the playoff time is when, I guess, Bennington likes to show up and stop everybody out. Nashville did appear to tie the game early in that game. They had a goal, but St. Louis challenged and it was taken away, which was good for the Blues. So the point with the Blues is the fact that they host Buffalo tonight, 7:00 down at Enterprise during this holiday week. And it is that chance, here we go again, the opportunity for the Blues to get back to the 500 mark. They are currently 15 wins, 16 losses, several ties. But a chance to get back to 16-16 for the first time since the 7th game of the year. Yes, it has been some time since they have been there. We're talking about the Blues, 15, 16, and 8. And tonight will be their 40th game of the season. So we're getting to that halfway point of where the Blues are. Their chance to now show us who they are. And we'll see who's in net. I guess it's Bennington. I don't know. There's 82, total games in a season. So they're just about to the halfway point. I guess you give Bennington the start. They had a lot of time off before last night. But Hofer just looked so good. And he looked very good against Nashville with those 29 saves. Where we get into those points, it's like, okay, all right, boys. What are you going to roll out there? But you have the full team. It looks like you're getting more of the full team back playing. Snuggerud back. Obviously, you've got Neighbors back and playing. These are huge, huge factors that we needed to see with that team getting back to action. So the Blues, 7 p.m. if you're heading down to Enterprise, you can do that. I had a friend of mine come into town. He normally gets a box for the games. The boxes were all sold out for the game the other night for the Enterprise. So he bought 13 tickets all in the same row. Second row, down at section 115. He's like, can you make it? I was like, damn, I was going to. But the problem was it was at the same time. I was going to go. The issue was it was at the same time that the Blues or the Mizzou was playing. And we had the post-game show after.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't want to get caught.
Y'all do a Mizzou post. Y'all do a Mizzou post game show. Is it on?
Welcome to the party.
Is it on?
No, it's
Sports
on
Central?
Sports Central.
Okay.
STL Sports Central. So we do a Mizzou post game show. Chris Pelican and myself. Grant Salzman joins us sometimes. Mizzou's Howard Richards, the color voice, jumps in as well. So we appreciate that when those guys are jumping in. So we did the post-game show. I was like, damn, I could have been at that game. But it happened, and there you go. So you do your best with it. But I don't know. It is what we do this week with everything that's happening. Hey, by the way, if you guys got plans for this week, let us know what's going on. If you know of anybody or where you guys do for New Year's, do you go out? Do you stay in? You know, there's nothing with going out. If you have a good time, you're smart, responsible. I do hear some of my friends, well, we're pros. We don't go with the amateurs. New Year's Eve is for amateurs. I'm like, okay, whatever you think, just it's fine. Just be safe and smart, whatever you're doing. If you're in town, if you're traveling, know people who are traveling as well. That's an opportunity too. I'd put in a lot of time. I was trying to make a Vegas trip happen at one point in time. And we'll see where that goes. But anyway, it's one of those opportunities for people to do whatever you're doing. Enjoy the year. Enjoy whatever your night is, your time. If people are having get-togethers, parties, things of that nature, you can let us know. I never did find, remember we were looking at Wheelhouse. They were doing their final party New Year's Eve. I never did see where you could purchase tickets for that.
Yeah, I think they maybe letting people in for free at this point. I don't know.
No,
I don't
hell
know.
no.
Maybe
no.
it was just for the regulars, but I saw somebody post saying they got in for free. So it may be.
Wait a minute, got in for free?
Yeah.
I thought it hasn't happened yet.
No, like just got in the Wheelhouse, like in general, for free. Like,
Oh, you mean this last weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was a New Year's party that they were having.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like I don't know, but maybe.
But those are some of the. Yeah, I'm checking it out again to see because I thought, yeah, no, that is. It's the all-inclusive party. Yeah, you can buy your tickets at Eventbrite. That's one place where I saw it too. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, you can purchase your tickets. Yep, their final one. It was the final party that they're doing. That it looks like. Therefore, yep, that's what it was. So anyway, you can check that out if you want to. Any other parties going on? Thanks from that standpoint. You guys can keep us posted. And let us know if anything else is going on. Any events you guys want to promote. If you guys are doing something at your restaurant, your bar, something that seems to work. Of course, we love to promote it. That's what we do here. All things St. Louis all the time and other national stories. Making headlines around the country. It's freaking downright insanely cold today. So why not stay inside? I mean, Sunday was so crazy. We literally went from record warmth to severe weather, dropping temperatures, minus wind chill right now. Even had a few snowflakes in some areas. And guess what? Oh, there was a tornado watch for some Illinois counties and one in Missouri, all in the same day yesterday. All in the same freaking day. There were some few showers yesterday morning. There was humidity. By the way, yesterday, St. Louis set a record for the warmest day in December ever. And then we had the winds that started to pick up and come in. Then there was a wind advisory that was in effect. By the way, that wind advisory didn't end until about 50 minutes ago. But literally, we're talking about the warmth yesterday getting to 78 degrees. I know your car, if you're driving, your car may have said 79 or 80 or 81, 82, 83. The official temperature that gets recorded was 78 degrees yesterday. The previous record was 76, going all the way back to, believe it or not, it wasn't all that long ago. It happened 3 other times where on December 28th, the temperature reached 78 degrees. Do you remember that in 2021, it was 78 degrees? 4 years ago, it was this warm. Yeah, people are like, what? Don't remember it being this warm. So it was at least 76 degrees in 2021, in 1970, and in 1948. Those were the temperatures, at least in the month of December, that got into the 70s. But those were December 15th, December 3rd, and December 3rd. not December 28th. So truly a record yesterday, 78 degrees. And then, of course, I hope you enjoyed it because those temperatures are gone for quite some time. You look at the extended forecast, it's a lot of cold, a lot of single digits and teens when it comes to lows. And with the wind blows, of course, those wind chills will keep them down there. You'll see highs in the 30s, maybe low 40s, but the wind chill is what the factor is and how it feels outside. So temperatures got really cold last night. The wind was insane all throughout the night. And of course, that's what we woke up today. Some of the wind gust 45, 50 miles per hour. So brutal cold start this morning. Emergency shelters were activated all throughout the area because I can tell you this much. If you're unhoused and you're out in that, I don't know how you survive. Just brutal from that standpoint. So, by the way, those people who went out and donated to organizations, congrats to you for trying to help out people. There's a big need that's happening all over the place. So you guys can take a look at that. Hey, when we come back, we'll tell you about a new law. We always start some of the headlines at 7:00, a new law that's coming into effect for Missouri that you want to know about starting January 1. What's happening at Times Square that's more patriotic than in years past? That's an interesting thing. St. Louis and Six Flags get a spotlight in the episode. We'll tell you about that as well. That's been pretty darn popular as of late. Plus the other news headlines, sports headlines, and so forth. It's all coming up right here on Arch City Now. We are here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. You can catch us on X, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Stream us there. Jump in, chat, let us know what's going on. Say hi. We are your Lou information station, and we are always live and on demand at louinfo.com.
Hi, it's Jennifer Bardot, and I am here with Edward Jones financial advisor Bethany Shell. Bethany, when it comes to choosing a financial advisor, what should people really be asking?
Jennifer, I think the first question is simple. Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Your goals, your family, your future, it should always be personalized.
So it's not just about numbers?
Exactly. Life changes, and so does your financial situation. You want someone who will be there with you, working with you to help keep your strategy on track.
What if someone is brand new to investing?
That's the best time to start. Use an established process to create a personalized strategy backed by advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we make sure you have access to the information you need when you need it.
I love that. So it sounds like financial planning is really about living life on your own terms.
It really is. I believe feeling rich isn't about hitting a magic number. It's about having financial strategies that support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me today at 314-648-2020. This is a paid-for ad by Bethany Shell at Edward Jones, member SIPC.
STL Sports Central is St. Louis's first all-digital sports network, and it's easy to find on YouTube. Catch the Randy Carricker Show featuring Brooke Grimsley Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Videos and written content from Bernie Micklitz, Card Central 365 every day, plus post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. It's all at your fingertips on YouTube and online at stlsportscentral.com. Check it out.
When you buy a hot tub, you want more than bubbles. You want value that lasts. At St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, their low overhead means premium American-made products priced better than the competition and the best price guarantee in town. They'll beat any local dealer on a comparable model. With over 38 years in business and 400-plus five-star reviews, you can trust they'll be there to service your spa long after the sale. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. Highest quality, best price. Visit besthotTubPrices.com today.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
It's stronger than grandmother's breath.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis. You're listening to the exclusive home of East St. Louis Flyers football. The Lou Information Station 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis. The Lou Information Station 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News, I'm John Summers. FBI Director Kash Patel says the agency's J. Edgar Hoover building in Washington will permanently close. In a social media post Friday, Patel said the Bureau finalized a plan to close the FBI's Hoover headquarters and move the workforce into a safe, modern facility to the Ronald Reagan building. President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky finished meeting in Florida yesterday as both leaders look to advance a potential peace deal.
Gotta make a deal. Gotta get it done. Too many people dying.
Trump said the meeting was excellent, with the pair discussing a lot of things. The president said he believes a peace deal's a lot closer, adding plenty of progress has been made. The Iranian president declared his nation's at total war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe, claiming Western powers seek to bring Iran to its knees. Speaking ahead of a Trump-Netanyahu meeting scheduled later today, he said Iran's military is stronger now than during Israel's strikes in June, promising a decisive response to any attack. A new study shows teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to engage in bad behavior and habits.
Researchers report in the Journal of Pediatrics that they talked to more than 160,000 8th through 12th graders from 2018 through 2022. They found that those who said they use weed monthly were more than twice as likely to skip classes and have bad grades compared to those who don't use it at all. I'm Rob Martier.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she wants to be remembered for helping pass Obamacare.
Pelosi told ABC's This Week the legislation is a key part of making sure Americans have health coverage.
Just made a big change in terms of what working families need for their health and their financial health. We'll continue to have that fight.
The 85-year-old has been in politics for nearly 4 decades, representing her San Francisco-based district. I'm Lisa Carton.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee, so you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 31st, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his handle?
GetBC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right?
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. We say happy Monday morning, December 29th. Sun's starting to come up this morning a little bit. At least I see outside now, but it doesn't make it look any warmer. Winds were gusty. I think they're kind of slowing down right now. The highs, well, right now it was in the teens, I believe, and maybe a little higher than that, but it's the wind chill that is the factor today. My, oh my, how cold it is. If you can stay in, do so. If you don't have to go outside, don't. If you do, bundle up because it is no joke. Yeah, right now the high in the area is probably around 15 degrees. The wind chill, though, feeling like -6. Okay, that kind of tells you the idea for today. Oh, gee, thanks. Tomorrow, just a little better, but not bad. High today, 28. Tomorrow, 36. Wednesday, 43. Thursday, 36. And, of course, Friday, 44 degrees. So that's your week there. And, of course, it all depends on the wind chill. We had a lot of wind overnight. It was gusty. It was blowing all over the place. Not sure if it kept you awake or not. Hope you guys literally had a great weekend or a great week as well. Since we saw you and heard from you on Christmas Eve, we are here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us. Cam Jansen, the former Blue. Jim the Cat Hayes, Cardinal broadcaster. They take you to 8 to 10 o'clock. On Mondays, we have the MIZ STL show. Grant Salzman, myself, a lot of Mizzou going on with that game, or excuse me, their bowl game, that was not so great. And kind of where Missouri goes now when it comes to the NIL era, when it comes to getting players, when it comes to players transferring and literally putting what appears to be not a total brand new team, but a lot of new faces. What they're going to do at quarterback, what they'll do with Jamal Roberts, the running back out of St. Louis. And then, of course, lots of spots on the defensive side to take care of. And by the way, if anybody else jumps into the transfer portal, lots going on there from that standpoint. We'll talk about that. Then from 11 to 1 o'clock today, it's the Charlie Tuna and his posse show, as they're here every Monday through Friday, of course, 11 to 1 o'clock. You can jump in with us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. And then, of course, if you want to call, you can do that, 855-282-8255. That's 855-282-8255. We are your Lou Information Station. We are always live and on demand at louinfo.com. With that being said, something else that's coming to the St. Louis area to start thinking about, looking ahead. It's not too far away. If you haven't got your tickets yet, the United States Figure Skating Championships will be at Enterprise from January 7th to the 11th. This is a huge deal. And it's right before the Olympics. Leads us right into the Olympics. So what you're going to see is from January 7th to the 11th, you have junior and novice events taking place January 5th and 6th as well at the Centene Community Ice Center. These are the best figure skaters that our country has to offer right before we head into the Olympics. 16 skaters will be representing the United States at the 2026 Winter Olympic Games in Italy. That's coming up February 6th through the 22nd. So, the stakes are up right now. They couldn't be any higher when it comes for these skaters. So they'll announce the members of the team live at Enterprise Center beginning at 1 p.m. on Sunday, January 11th. So if you're a skating fan, whatever, this is an opportunity to get in and check out. So what they do is for each discipline, the United States secures 3 spots for men's and women's and an ice dance, and then 2 spots for pairs. So it's following the performances is when they'll go ahead and do that. So all that taking place at Enterprise, and allegedly, this is the best competition to come and watch. They've got a very good team, allegedly, supposed to. A lot of people just love it. It's one of those things that you're going to have an opportunity to. I mean, these will be household names. The people, the men and the women who will be performing literally will be household names in about another month or 2 months. Those are, some of those guys. The men have a couple guys that'll be competing and are pretty good. Also, women's singles always seems to be Alyssa Liu. She's the reigning world champ. She's an American. The first U.S. female to land a quadruple Lutz jump, a triple axel, and the youngest athlete named to the 2022 U.S. Olympic team, where she finished 6th overall. Then you have Amber Glenn, the 2024 United States champion, 2024 Grand Prix final winner. And then they've got Isabeau Levito, known for her artistry. So she's also there. So it looks like the United States has a strong team again. So we'll see where that goes compared to the rest of the world. But that's the 7th through the 11th in St. Louis. It's a big deal for us. If you have a chance, you can get your tickets. You can go check it out to watch the ice dancing that is coming to St. Louis. We always like to have some fun with some of these things that are going on. Producer Rye likes to give you some of the updates that are happening to the area. You know, we cover everything when it comes to St. Louis. I don't know if this is good or bad, but you can get a 1-cent junior bacon cheeseburger at Wendy's this week. So it's available at all participating locations on the Wendy's app. Get your Wendy's app. You head over to the reward store, and you'll find the offer section, and you'll be able to add the deal to your online order for a penny. You'll be required to register for an account if you're not already signed up for the Wendy's program, but that's it. You can go get a Wendy's junior bacon cheeseburger for a penny. But they also say not only is this a terrific deal and a reason why you should download the app, but they've got all kinds of specials all throughout the year. They apparently have also been known, excuse me for that, to give out free fry soft drinks throughout the year as well. So, and they let you know, so you can go check that out throughout all participating opportunities and locations throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. 7:12 on a Monday morning, December 29th. This is Art City Now. I'm Vic Faust. Our producer Rise here as well. Did you see or did you know? This is another interesting thing that's going on. There's a St. Louis connection to something that's very popular in pop culture right now. And Netflix hit series Stranger Things, super damn popular. It's wrapping up its 5th and final season. They released 2 episodes. That's episode 6 and 7. They did that on Christmas Day. So in episode 7, which will be titled The Bridge, multiple characters, including David Harbour's Hopper and Natalia Dyer's Nancy, gather near a refrigerator sporting a hard-to-miss bumper car style sticker that reads Six Flags, Interstate 44, St. Louis. So that's on the bumper sticker. They gather near a refrigerator with that hard-to-miss bumper sticker. So they put that in the background. So Six Flags St. Louis getting some hype on Stranger Things. The unexpected appearance briefly as a background piece without a clear explanation in the episode of why it is even there on the refrigerator. So the sticker itself also does not appear to have any direct correlation to the episode's plot. It's just there. So it's like, all right, got a bumper sticker from Six Flags. Don't know how it made it in the shot, but it is there. Once again, that's part of Stranger Things episode 7. It is interesting, too, because St. Louis, Six Flags St. Louis acknowledged this on their social media account, writing, quote, Six Flags St. Louis making Midwest fridge stickers proud since 1987, followed by ... How strange. It is strange. It is intriguing. By the way, Stranger Things largely set in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana, and primarily filmed in Atlanta, Georgia. So that's what makes the St. Louis reference fairly unusual, intriguing at the same time, fascinating for many, interesting detail for viewers. So, some fans noticed it, started talking about it on social media and Reddit and Lighthouse Media. Some of the things people said: at last, someone put St. Louis on the map. Also, if you didn't pay close enough attention, you'd miss it. But that is really cool, talking about the bumper sticker that's there. Also, quote, I rewound this to make sure my family saw it. Glad someone else thought that the bumper sticker in Stranger Things was cool like I did. So once again, what it says is there's a bumper style sticker on the fridge that reads Six Flags, Interstate 44, St. Louis. Are you familiar with Stranger Things at all?
I'm familiar with it, but I don't watch it. No, but I know like a little bit about it.
Yeah, I know some friends of mine's kids that watch a lot of it as well. So binge watch that. That once again will be in episode 7. Hey, continuing some of the highlights, news, not a ton of it this time of year, but there are some updates, especially this morning. Something to look forward to this week. Starting January 1, the new law for minimum wage in the state of Missouri will take effect. And many times when they bring the new laws into effect, they usually come in about August, but this is one that starts with the new calendar year. Minimum wage. Did you even know what minimum wage is right now in the state of Missouri?
I thought it was like 15.
Minimum wage right now is $13.75.
Oh.
It is increasing to $15 an hour starting Thursday.
Okay.
So, let's see. Yeah, because the legislation leading to the increase repeals annual minimum wage increases based on the Consumer Price Index and has previously eliminated sick leave provisions that voters approved in 2024. But that starts $15 an hour starting January 1st if people weren't quite aware yet or didn't understand some of those things that were going on. Did you know what the most price growth grocery item was in 2025?
Eggs.
It was not eggs.
Man.
That might have been 2024.
Yeah.
2025, it was veal and beef. And I knew this one. Yeah, go to the store and buy steak. But go buy ground beef, a round roast. You'll see. You're not out having to buy a lot of that, are you?
Yeah, I did hear. I've heard my mom complain about that before.
Oh, it is. The price
I
of beef.
was wondering why we've been eating a lot of ground turkey now. Okay.
The price of beef and veal skyrocketed. According to the most recent federal data, if you hadn't seen this yet, the price of beef and veal grew between 11 and 25%, depending upon the type of cut, of course. And that was from November to November. Chuck roast, round roast, beef cut for stew saw the biggest year-over-year price hikes. So Trump administration recently announced it would cut tariffs on beef imports to try to bring prices back down a little bit. But there's also a drought that was keeping some of the prices high as well. So that was the most spike. It was beef. Also, you know what also is interesting? For whatever reason, iceberg lettuce. Iceberg lettuce, 21% more expensive than last year. Romaine lettuce was up 12% more expensive. And bananas climbed about 7%. That was in that one. Orange juice was about 12% pricier as well. And cookies. No, you don't need the orange juice or the cookies. Up 8%.
I may need the orange juice right now. I don't think I need the cookies.
Yes, just some interesting news stories that we're talking about, some of those things that are happening. It's like, okay, we got you bringing us some of those actions, some of that stuff that's happening as we come to the end of 2025, which clearly we all think has been a super fast year. It's like, where did the time go? Literally, where did 2025 go? Super, super, super fast time. And of course, in the days to come, we can be talking about some of those things that have happened, the big stories of the year. What the hell is going on? We talk about New Year's Eve. If you have plans, there's Wheelhouse having their final party. You can go to Eventbrite and buy tickets there. That's an all-inclusive New Year's Eve party. Looks like it was hosted by, I think it said Murph and DJ Tripp. People can do whatever it is that they got going on for that to get out there and try to enjoy some fun this weekend. If you guys have any other traditions, plans, things you go, is it a restaurant, whatever may be the case, keep us posted from that standpoint. We always love to promote anything and everything that's happening, of course, throughout the St. Louis area. We get you all of that action. Okay. Also, with the new year coming up, Times Square and watching the ball drop is something that, many of us have done at least once in our life. Maybe people do it every year, depending upon what you like to do. But when the ball drops on New Year's Eve in New York City, this year, it's going to sparkle in red, white, and blue. It'll look like our American flag, or at least that's what the pictures are giving us, on the ball as it drops to the ground. It will be ushering in 2026, kicking off the months of celebrations for the nation's upcoming 205th birthday. I love it. Love it. It's fantastic. The patriotic touches at this year's Times Square gathering, including a second confetti drop, is going to offer an early glimpse of what's ahead. Hundreds of events and programs, big and small, planned nationwide to mark the signing of the Declaration of Independence. That's a really, really, really big deal. So you'll see that. And then, of course, the parties that are coming up this year and everything that's going to go on is a pretty big deal. So it will mark the first time in 120 years that will be a ball drop in Times Square that also does not occur on New Year's Eve. That's going to be happening this year. They're going to do this. She said what they're going to do is Rios and her group worked with Times Square Alliance Business District and One Times Square, the building from where the ball is dropped, to make the changes to this year's ceremonies. They're also planning a second ball drop on July 3rd. It'll be on the eve of the nation's birthday in the same beautiful style that Times Square knows how to do. Same thing. So there's going to be a second ball drop this year. And that's what would mark the first time in 120 years that there's going to be a ball drop in Times Square outside of New Year's Eve. The first ball drop in Times Square in 1907. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, this year, making it an all patriotic New Year's Eve celebration, celebrating our country and kickstarting the 250 years, or at least our 250-year birthday. You ever watch a ball drop? You ever do that?
When I was a kid, but like now, not really. I don't know. I made this
Are you
year,
up?
Though. Huh?
Are you up still at that time?
Yeah, I be up sometimes. Yeah. On New Year's, of course.
I'm just making sure, my friend.
Yeah. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, I'd have the sparkling white grape juice.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means something for everybody. So, doing different things. Just kind of kickstarting the new year, finishing off what had just happened for 2025. I get it. It's all good. It's all good. But you're still so young. You're still making memories.
Oh yeah. This year I'm chilling on New Year's. I may go out. I may just go see some people. But next year I am out of town. I'm either out of town or doing something. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something.
If you can do it, do it. Plan it. Go enjoy it.
Exactly.
Do your thing and just go all in on it and make that memory when you get that opportunity to do so. Guys, this is Arch City Now. We appreciate you being here. I'm Vic Faust. That's the voice of producer Rye. If you want to give us a call, you can always do that too. The phone number is 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are always live and on demand at louinfo.com. Of course, you can always stream us live at X, Facebook, and YouTube. Appreciate you jumping in, letting us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. Not sure if there's a big workforce out this week. How many people are out working, especially on a cold Monday morning? At least the sun is out. We talked about the record heat that we got yesterday. Literally went from a record-setting day of warmth at 78 degrees. 78 was the official high, down to it feeling with the wind chill in the single digits, even right now. And that was all less than, let's see here, I don't know, about 15, 16 hours. It's just crazy, insane what hit the area, but who knows? It is what it is. Just go with the flow when it comes to the temperatures. It certainly was nice while it lasted yesterday, that's for sure. And of course, if you have to get out, stay warm. Just stay warm because it is not so great. It'll get a little warmer this week, slightly, but not by a lot. Also, if you're heading out, Blues are in action tonight. Something to do on a Monday night. They have a 7:00 game tonight. We can talk about that, especially when we come back up after the break. They've got Buffalo. Buffalo's a team with a better record, but only about 3 points more than the Blues. They have 42 points. The Blues sitting there right now at 39 points, but they've put some wins together. They're looking a whole lot better right now than what they have. So we appreciate you guys jumping in. Producer Wright, could we take a break a little bit early and come back then after that?
Yes, sir.
Let me chat. Yeah, that's so. I just want to remind you can jump in on the show, check out all of the info, check out all of the content that we have. Once again, we are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. All the programming that we do here, Monday through Sunday, we'll give you that rundown when we come back after the break as well, what you can find out throughout the week and how you can go to luinfo.com and check out all of the content that we do have. But we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll set the stage for the week, the sports scene, the college football side, what's happening with the Blues as we were just talking about, and, of course, the rest of what's happening in St. Louis. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back right after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at luinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton, State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at cartoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
luinfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your luinfo.com news update. An 81-year-old woman was found stabbed to death in the 8500 block of Jenny Drive in St. Louis County around 11 a.m. Sunday morning. And St. Louis police were able to apprehend the suspect late Sunday afternoon at a gas station on Natural Ridge Road. They were able to quickly identify a suspect and a vehicle and alerted neighboring law enforcement. One person was killed in a multi-car crash Sunday morning in South St. Louis, that according to police. The crash happened shortly after 9:15 a.m. on Watson Road near the intersection with Bradley Avenue. A witness who asked not to be identified said one other person in the car was injured. University of Virginia coach Tony Elliott had a message for his team in the post-game locker room. Welcome to the 11-win club. It's the most exclusive one in program history. Number 20 Virginia edged out 25th ranked Missouri 13-7 in the Gator Bowl Saturday night and reached 11 wins for the first time in the program's 122 years. For the Lou Nation Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A few lingering clouds early today, but then we get sunshine back this afternoon with that cold front moving out of the area. Pretty cold today. We're staying in the upper 20s, wind gusting at about 35 miles an hour. A little breezy overnight, clear skies, and we're down around 20 on the low, and then sunny in mid-30s Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, they share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers. It's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Being here on this Monday, December 29th. It is 7:32. All right, it is freezing cold outside. We've been talking about it. Single digits are the temperatures that it feels like outside when you consider into the wind chill this morning. Yeah. We had a huge turnaround, but it is what it is. If you're heading outside today, just dress warm. I repeat, just dress warm. If you're going to be outside, you know it's going to be cold, so you deal with it as best as you can. And it's going to be like this for a week, so I hope you enjoyed but it was weird yesterday. The temperatures were weird. It just felt awkward. I don't know. It was just kind of muggy, and then it was a little rainy, then warm, then sun, then wind, then cold, and whatever the case. So you know what you got here. It is St. Louis, and I guess we shouldn't be surprised from that standpoint with what we've got going on from that standpoint. Okay, we start to talk about things that are going on tonight. Dun, dun, dun. You got some action. Go check out the Blues during the holiday season here. Good tilt with Buffalo. Buffalo's been one of the better teams in the league. They've got 42 points. They've had a really good year so far, but the Blues are only 3 points less. 3 points less. That's it. I think Buffalo was like 19 and 14. Really good record. Good team over in the Eastern Conference, and they've played that well. At least, Buffalo's 19 and 14 with 4 ties. That's for 42 points. By the way, that was with them playing just 37 games so far. 37. The Blues have played 2 more games. And the Blues have 38 points, not 39. So they're 4 points behind Buffalo. They're not in the same conference, but it kind of gives you an idea. Buffalo's been a better team. They'll probably be a little bit of a favorite team, but the Blues are playing very well. Buchnevich with a couple more goals the other night. If they can, I just say if the Blues can get Buchnevich on a little heater like we've seen him in the past, That is a key difference maker for this team. Then you're talking about a whole new standard when it comes to the St. Louis Blues. The thing that's interesting is how good, for me, at least another interesting thing is Joel Hofer. As good as he has been, who's going to be in goal tonight? I didn't see if they already announced a starter, let me know. It would be a long time off for Bennington if he doesn't get the start tonight. That's all I'm saying. It would be a long time off because they had a good long break over the Christmas break before they went into the Saturday night tilt when Hofer got the start. And Hofer didn't disappoint either. He had 29 saves. He played very well. And the Blues defense played pretty well too. They get the victory. By the way, the Blues right now are 15, 16, and 8. And what that does from that standpoint is it gives them an opportunity to get back to the 500 mark tonight. 16 and 16. It's something that they've had several opportunities at doing, but just haven't succeeded. When they get close or they get within a game, they just can't get that victory to put them up. And where you're at right now from that standpoint, it's been since the 7th game of the year that the Blues have been a 500 hockey team. Tonight, they can do it. 7 p.m. start with the Buffalo Sabres. Let's go, Blues. Put another victory together and get us back to that 16, 16, and 8 mark. Because as you know, it's not too long before the Olympics will be starting. And the Blues really need to get themselves in a primetime position to strike because they're going to be competing with about 5 teams, maybe 5, 6 teams for that final wild card push as they get closer down the stretch here with like Nashville, who they beat the other night, which was a key victory for the team. Very key. Nashville, Winnipeg, just in their own division. And then you're talking about 3 other teams in the Pacific Division that'll be competing for those final playoff spots as well, like the Kings and the San Jose Sharks and the Seattle Kraken. So it'll be exciting coming down the stretch, but what's going to happen when it comes to the Blues and their goaltending and who's going to be the guy that they're leaning on the most? Because, boy, that's going to be interesting, especially, and you'd hope that Bennington and that it becomes a difficult decision for Montgomery to make on who he's going to have in the game at that point in time. That's what we're hoping for. So anyway, that's what you got going on tonight. By the way, when it comes to football, tomorrow the Illini are in action. I think that's a 4:30 game against Tennessee for their bowl game. A lot of orange in that game. We'll see how that one seems to shake out. And then when we talk college football, how can we go about this without talking about Mizzou? The Missouri Tigers, gosh, it was so bad. I mean, literally one of the worst Missouri football games I've seen in a long time. Almost as if they didn't look like, I mean, the first half they couldn't tackle. They got better. They only gave up 13 points, but they couldn't get off the field. And that's why you go, well, yeah, they played well, but they couldn't get off the field. So did they do their job? Really? No, because the offense didn't get a chance to run the offense, which really put Eli Drinkwitz at a disadvantage because I think he had ambitions of running lots of plays and playing keep away, which is exactly what Virginia did to Missouri. So then you have the nation's best running back, Ahmad Hardy, All-American, not getting to run the ball a lot. And then he's also trying to keep Jamal Roberts out of St. Mary's happy because Jamal Roberts has not yet declared for the transfer portal, which shows, even at this point in time, he wants to be a Mizzou Tiger. He does. Or he would have gotten in the transfer portal already. And I'm telling you right now, he'd make more money in the transfer portal, a lot more money. It could be life-changing money. But he's decided to stay at Missouri, hoping, praying, waiting for some more NIL money to come in to the program, maybe from a third-party St. Louis company, which is what Eli Drinkwitz was asking for. But he was trying to get him the ball, and you could tell he was trying to appease him. He was trying to appease him. And then you had your rookie quarterback, your freshman quarterback, who did not look the part, did not see open receivers several times in the game. I mean, yeah, the last drive he made some nice throws, but it was too little too late, struggling, stressing down the field. So now Missouri loses the game 13-7. They score in their first drive of the game and couldn't score another point after it. Offense looked bleak. I mean, it was like, really? I mean, like a high school offense. It really did. It was that bad. This was an SEC team. And you're left thinking what could have been, because their defense this year was top 5 in the country, and it was the best defense that I've ever seen since I've been associated with Missouri football, following them since the 1990 season. It was the best all-around defense they had when you consider the teams that they played. And then people like to break it down. It's like, okay, who was Missouri this year? Well, they played 5 teams with a heartbeat, and they lost all 5. They did. Now, granted, the first 4 were all top 10 teams. Tell me in the Big Ten, any team in the Big Ten who played 4 top 10 teams, and we'll talk about it. And tell me who they are and what their records were and their strength. Just bring it to me. So that gives you an idea. Missouri played 4 top 10 teams when they played them. 4. That's a big deal. Yeah. Would you like to win 1 or 2? Absolutely. Do they have to? Absolutely. Did Eli Drinkwitz still get a contract extension? Absolutely. Does it make sense? Maybe no. But it is what it is, because he became a, quote, finalist for jobs. Maybe not their main guy, but a finalist. Even mentioned for the Michigan job. So there's a lot of people in the transfer portal and or graduating, which leaves another situation for Coach Drink and the staff to figure out. They got to come up with and fill those holes. They got to fill those holes somehow, some way, and get this all done. So when they do this, they're going to have to find a way to figure it out. And then the other part of that is trying to find out how much money they have to take care of the players that they're trying to bring in. Will Jamal Roberts be there? They're going to have to bring in a new quarterback. Matt Zollers would not be the starting quarterback next year. Unless they've got to have somebody else here just in case, just as a backup. But Matt Zollers did not show enough in that game, unfortunately. He just didn't. In a perfect world, as we've talked about on shows and other places, including our MIZ STL show, you would love a situation where you could see a really good quarterback come in. And I'm telling you, there are several. There's like 8 to 10 quarterbacks who are legit, who are in the transfer portal, and much better than what Missouri had this year. Bring in somebody like that. Then you see a guy like Matt Zollers maybe get to redshirt. Maybe. He's the backup, but maybe not have to be used. And then he gets his redshirt, and then he gets to save another year because he has got an electric arm. There's no doubt about it. He has got a big-time arm. It's just right now he's got to be able to process information, find open receivers. And if I'm a quarterback, I want to come to Missouri because you've got Ahmad Hardy, the best running back in America, coming back. Defenses have to focus on him, which would open up space for your receivers if the proper play calling is used, and make it a little bit easier for your passes and to be able to throw guys open and just be able to put up some really big numbers and have a good year. So we'll see what Missouri does from that, but a lot of questions to be answered when it comes to personnel and this Missouri Tiger football team, because they did leave us, absolutely left us with a really bad taste in our mouth after what we saw Saturday night. I was like, there's no way they're going to lose this game. Kept telling myself that, right? There's no way they're going to lose this game. Certainly they're going to score when they need to. Certainly they're going to get off the field. Certainly they're not going to give up another third down. Certainly they're not going to give up a fourth down. And then it just kept happening. And then you saw a Virginia team that was just better coached. Their players wanted it more. They were more disciplined. And guess what? They had by far the best quarterback on the field. Their quarterback was good. He made the plays when he had to. And he was efficient on third down. All of those X's and O's topics all fell in favor of the Virginia Cavaliers. And they became an 11-win team. I don't know how Duke upset them in their ACC championship game because Virginia should have been in the playoff. They beat Duke. They're in the playoff. It literally came down to that, and they just couldn't do it. So, teach your own. We'll see what goes on there from a standpoint. By the way, the other games coming up when we talk about college football, kind of finishing that off, you've got New Year's Eve and New Year's Day bowl games when it comes to the playoffs. So look forward to that. I told you earlier, I think, I know it's kind of crazy, just straight up from that standpoint. I like Oregon to beat Texas Tech. In my upset, I like Alabama over Indiana. I know that's crazy to a lot of people.
Not crazy.
I want Indiana to win, but there's a matchup. I think Indiana neutralizing. Anyway, I said what I said. I like Ohio State over Miami, and I like Georgia over Ole Miss. The only one that I'm not that, if I was wavering with, was somehow, some way, Miami pulling an upset on Ohio State.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm like.
Because they have some talent that can match up, but we'll see. We'll see where it all goes from a college football standpoint. What about from your standpoint, those college football games? Did you see any of those?
I know for sure I got Alabama over Indiana. And then I got Oregon as well. And then Georgia. And then I got Miami.
Okay.
I don't know why.
No,
I feel like
fair enough.
Like the Big Ten's gonna just, I don't know why.
It's all good, man. We get our feelings and we kind of go there and judge. So that's coming up New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day as the college football playoff continues on. A couple other things. I just saw this come down over at the old Crestwood Mall, Crestwood Crossing. Quick Trip is planning a new location. That's over there on Watson Road, 9500 block. A $67 million redevelopment of the Crestwood Mall site. So they've got construction that's supposed to start here in the fall of 2026. That's according to the city website of Crestwood, because obviously they were looking for some things to get over there. It's now anchored by Dearborg's Market Grocery Store. There's some restaurants over there. There's I think it was a Mexican restaurant that's over there. They've got a Katie's Pizza. So they're putting some really good things there. Panera Bread, 7 Brew Coffee. And now they're going to put a big Dearborg, or not Dearborg's, but the Quick Trip over in that area as well. So if people were wondering, you'll see a Quick Trip getting over into that area of, they get a little area over there. Hey, by the way, you were out. I just was letting people know. If you download the Wendy's app and download a coupon and you take it over to Wendy's, you can get a 1-cent bacon cheeseburger this week. It's 1 penny.
Shout out
Wendy's. And you download these apps, don't you?
Yeah, I got the Wendy's app.
I probably should download that.
I got the Emos app as well. Emos Pizza.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. I haven't downloaded any of these apps, and I probably should.
Yeah, I got Emos last night, and I got a free 8 T-Raff with my meal. So yeah.
When was that?
That was last night, but that was because I ordered, I got points in the app because I got Emos before, so they gave me something free.
Okay. Huh. Okay. I got you. But anyway, that's something that you can do. You can utilize right now if you guys wanted to. Hey, we try to give you the deals, right? I started giving you deals. And of course, we wanted to make sure that you guys knew about some of those things that were happening. By the way, minimum wage this year, actually in a few days, going up to $15, January 1. People can enjoy that. We were talking about food earlier. Beef was the biggest price increase item, grocery item of the year. For whatever reason, iceberg lettuce was as well. That was up. Probably, some people like call tariffs and where you're getting it from. We were talking about football stuff, and we always hope that the Chiefs come back and have a good year next year, considering all the Chiefs fans that are here. But man, their schedule. And we were just talking earlier about how difficult schedules can impact your season and how having easy schedules can make it. Like, for example, the Bears, the 49ers, and who else was that? Oh, and the Patriots. And then even the Jacksonville Jaguars had 4 of the easiest schedules in the NFL this year, and they're all 4 of the best teams in the NFL right now. But the Chiefs' schedule next year, their home schedule, you got the Broncos and the Raiders and the Chargers, but they got the Patriots, the 49ers, the Colts, the Cardinals, and Jets. So they've got some really, what you'd see is 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, four top-notch teams, not even including the Chargers at home next year. Then their away schedule, obviously the Broncos again, Chargers and Raiders, the Dolphins, but they play at the Bills, they play at the Seahawks, at the Rams. Those are 3 very difficult games on the road. At the Bengals, and then the Falcons or the Saints. That's a very difficult schedule for the Chiefs, in my humble opinion. But that just came out, just letting people know when you look at, oh, really? That's who they play this year? Okay, fantastic. New Year's Eve is coming up Wednesday night, 2 nights from now, and Times Square is doing something this year. It's really cool. It's going to be a little bit of a change of pace, a little different. They're featuring a patriotic ball drop, which is going to kick off the United States 250th birthday. So when the ball drops on New Year's Eve in New York City, it's going to sparkle in red, white, and blue, looking a lot like our flag, ushering in 2026, and then kicking off what we'd been talking about when it comes to months of celebrations for the nation's upcoming 250th birthday. So that's pretty cool. And, coming up in, I think it's July, we're going to have a second ball drop in Times Square. The first one they've ever had outside of New Year's Eve. That'll be the patriotic ball again. So really, really cool. Really, really, really cool from that standpoint. Something else that's happening, if you guys haven't gotten tickets for it and you want to check it out, that's coming to the St. Louis area that we need more of. So obviously it's our chance to really show the country and the world, for that matter, what can happen in St. Louis. But it's the United States Figure Skating Championships. That's going to be at Enterprise Center January 7th to 11th. A rare opportunity to see the best of the best on ice. And what they're going to do is they're going to announce the U.S. Olympic winter team there on Sunday afternoon after the performances are complete, because the Winter Olympics are right around the corner, if you haven't seen as well, February 6th through the 22nd. And the United States has a very strong team when it comes to figure skating. And they've got a chance to really show what they can do. So they'll announce that live at Enterprise Center at 1 o'clock on Sunday, January 11th. You've also got Winterfest. Winterfest has been going on. It leads us right into Winterfest, the Saturday winter activities downtown at Keener Plaza, which leads into the Olympic pretrial, or the figure skating championships, excuse me. So lots of talent on display with our men and women, older, younger, you name it. So fans will get a chance to watch some of the top skaters in the world, literally some of the top skaters in the world champions who are United States figure skaters. And people may not know their names nationally right now, but in a few more months, they'll be household names. And they'll be in St. Louis. So it's another opportunity for St. Louis to show, when I say what we can do in regards to putting on a top-notch event. And it's always good when people get an opportunity to go check out, buy tickets, show a lot of attention to what's going on. And then, of course, maybe we get more events. But this is a big one for St. Louis to get the right before the Olympics, which are going to be held in Italy this year, coming up in February. I know we look forward to the hockey that's going to happen, and of course several Blues. We're playing on that for different countries, but even before that, we have our figure skaters on the ice, which I know we can't wait to see. All of that action, what's coming to St. Louis. So really, really, really cool deal. Hey, by the way, too, if you guys looking for something to do New Year's Eve, you can purchase tickets to the final party at Wheelhouse before they close up shop. One of the places you can go and get tickets is at Eventbrite. And just look up Wheelhouse NYE 2026 all-inclusive party. And not sure if you guys go out for New Year's or if you stay home, if you travel, whatever the case, whatever you're planning on doing, be safe. And then, of course, if you guys have ideas, if you guys want to promote anything, let us know. We love that all the time. Love to promote the events that are going on. If you have events, if there's a restaurant, I mean, obviously at this point in time, if you don't have reservations, I don't know. But if you haven't, check in, see if you can get in somewhere to check out what could be fun to do, what may not be. And then, of course, as always, where are you at there? I was looking up. Just keep us posted. You can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube as always. You can always live stream us there. Jump in on the show. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. If you guys are doing something for the holiday, if there's a news story, if there's interviews, charities, anything from that standpoint that we can promote, let us know. That's what we're doing here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Just always trying to be here for you guys. We appreciate that, Donna. We appreciate you jumping in this morning. She says she likes to watch fireworks and eat Chinese on New Year's Eve. Okay. That's certainly something that people can do. There's a ton of fireworks that go off out in St. Charles County. I remember them last year. We went to sleep early and then woke up. We were so tired. Woke up at New Year's to banging of fireworks all over the place. Did you get those in the city last year? Do you remember people firing off fireworks in the city too?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured. It's all good. I figured that was the case. The look on your face tells the whole story.
Yeah,
this earlier. The Netflix hit series Stranger Things has a new episode coming out, episode 7. It is titled Chapter 7, The Bridge. And for whatever reason, the characters are standing next to a refrigerator, and there's a bumper car style sticker in the background on the fridge that reads Six Flags Interstate 44, St. Louis. St. Louis with some hype. Not quite sure why. Nothing has been said. There's no correlation to that episode in St. Louis, but St. Louis getting some hype. Six Flags getting some hype. And viewers noticed it and went to Reddit and some other places on social media to say it was nice to see St. Louis get a shout out. Guys, we appreciate you being with us here today. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. For producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. This is Art City Now. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam and Jim are coming up next.